Hello, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson. Joined by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. We'll hear from reporter Allie LaForce in a moment. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
Booker attacking. To the middle. Pass to Bol. On the wing, Durant. 6 on the shot clock. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. When you look at the career of Kevin Durant, he's had an amazing list of teammates, Grant.
Yeah, that's true, B.A. And it started with Westbrook and Harden. Then he had Steph, Clay, and Dre, Kyrie, and then Booker and Beal. That is quite the list.
In transition, here come the Suns. And it's Allen who slams it home.
I mean, it's amazing how many ways Bradley Beal impacts the game. That time, doing it on defense.
Outside Irving. Pass to Gafford. And Durant with the block.
You know, somehow Durant is still a bit overlooked as a defender and shot blocker.
Right side Bol. Allen outside. From downtown. And the three-pointer goes. Allen's got 5.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Outside Irving. Here's Gafford. And the dunk by Gafford.
Hey, when Irving is creating for others, he's even more difficult to slow down.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Earlier, I spoke with Mike Budenholzer. We spoke about Kyrie Irving and what the most challenging thing about defending him is, and he told me, quote, just how creative he is when he's handling the ball. We want to keep the ball out of his hands as much as possible, even if it means sending double teams occasionally. We'll see if this game plan works out for them, guys. Back to you.
Thank you for that, Allie. Grant, we all know how good Kyrie Irving is, but he's especially lethal in the fourth quarter.
And his clutch moments go far beyond his series winner in the 2016 finals. He thrives in high-pressure moments and has done so his whole career.
You know, Clark, watching Kyrie Irving, he still does things you just can't believe.
His ball handling ability is just remarkable, and his finishing ability surpasses his rush hour handle. And that's saying a ton. He can beat anybody off the dribble. He can make tough shots. He really is one of the elite scorers from the guard position in the history of the NBA. I don't think that's an overstatement. From the angles he finishes, the shots he can make, he's as elite as we've had in the league.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
And it's slammed in by Durant.
Durant always ready to throw it down. You can't let him get close to the rack.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Ooh, poked away. Ooh, stolen by Allen. Back to Durant. Pass to Beal. Bol with it. And finished off by Bol.
It's really easy for Bol to throw it down. Man, I'm a little jealous, especially with these freaky knees that I've got. I don't even think I could dunk in my dreams.
And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Mavericks trail by 6. Irving up top. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. 5 on the clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Davis down low. Still without a bucket.
Nice putback on that follow from Davis. Was just determined to get that rebound.
And Booker has got the ball here for the Phoenix Suns. You know, when you think about how the Mavs play defense, so much depends on how they defend the point of attack. They've got great rim protection and rotations, but if they aren't stopping penetration, it's tough. And there's the foul. It'll go on Kyrie Irving. That'll be a second foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Booker's shot is good.
There's something that is great about Booker. He doesn't take all outside shots. I mean, Devin can score it inside, too.
To the paint. And stolen by Durant. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Klay Thompson picks one up.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
That free throw good from Booker. Well, Grant, if you talk about consistent top-level scores, Devin Booker is near the top of that list.
Yeah, and going back to the 17-18 season, Devin has averaged at least 25 points every year. He can create his own shot and finish. It's hard finding guys who can do both.
Pass to Davis. Here's Irving. Here's Lively. And he can't jam it through. The Suns lead by 10. Outside Booker. And Booker with the jam.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
Now here's Irving. Inside. Here's Davis. And Davis slams it home.
Yes, sir. AD threw it down easily.
Here's Durant. And it's slammed in by Durant.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Right side Durant. Back to Booker. And it's out of bounds. Still Phoenix's ball.
Substitution on the court.
Off the inbound. And And the layup by Durant. Durant's got 11 points.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. Phoenix out in front, leading by 14. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
To me, it's been the ball movement. That's been the key. I mean, going from good to great. Not settling for a good shot, making that extra pass, keeping the defense off balance, and taking great shots.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Bradley Beal is settling in as one of multiple stars in Phoenix. He said it's been an adjustment for sure. You go from being very ball dominant to now you share the dominance, and it's a sacrifice and also an adjustment of learning a totally different role. Brian, he says it's a process, but one he embraces.
Yeah, good point. Thanks, Allie. Now Booker. He has 6. Down low. And Durant with the big finish.
Durant has definitely been on one tonight, knocking down shots for himself at a high rate.
To the inside. Here's Gafford. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Well, when you look at the forwards in this league, there are a lot more Grant Hill types out there these days, partner.
Well, thank you for the nice words, B.A. Of course, I took pride in my overall game. And over the last few decades or so, we've seen a bunch of guys playing the 3, 4, and 5 who can pass, dribble, and shoot. So it's fun to watch the game evolve.
Here's Booker. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. So it's the Mavericks now. It's a 16-point game. Pass to Gafford. Doubled by Durant. Here's Marshall. Shot clock at 5. Out to the right wing. Here's Christie. Dallas no good that time either. Phoenix leading by 16. Durant way outside. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. And so it's Dallas with it. Pass to Gafford. Outside Irving. Here's Christie. Washington, a good look. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Gafford. Now here's Durant. 15 points in the game. And he drives in. Man, a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Daniel Gafford picks one up.
Man, great tenacity from Durant there. I mean, he makes it so difficult to guard him without fouling.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Mavericks trail by 17. Here's Marshall. And Durant with the block. Pass to Allen. Launches it from deep. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
I tell you, it's so amazing to see how much raw talent Kyrie Irving has. Just seems like that ball is part of it.
Kyrie Irving at the line for 2.
Both free throws good from Irving.
Making shots at the line. You need a good routine, and he certainly has one.
And so Durant will bring it up for the Suns. Inside. Here's O'Neal. Washington grabs the miss.
Does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
To the paint. Here's Gafford. Durant pulls it in. The Suns lead by 15. KD gets a step. And it's slammed in by Durant.
Just a natural-born scorer. Kevin Durant is especially elusive and skilled at converting on the drive.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Mavericks trail by 17. Irving looking around. Pass to Thompson. Allen brings a double team. Let's go with a three. Offensive rebound. Now here's Davis. Here's Lively. Well, it was only a matter of time before they finally get the bucket.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Phoenix leading by 15. Durant with it. He's got 18. Pass to O'Neal.
2 minutes remaining.
And he makes it on the layup.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
There's a minute 54 left to play in the half. Now Davis, pounded by Beal. Davis can't hit. And it's Phoenix's ball. A 17-point lead, their biggest. Despite entering his 30s, Anthony Davis is not slowing down, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. And last year, AD put up the best rebounding numbers of his career. And his shooting percentage also very high. And just watching him, Davis is still an all-NBA caliber player, capable of taking over on both ends.
Extremely dangerous from that range. That's Thompson's comfort zone right there.
Right side Durant. Three-pointer O'Neal. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Outside Irving. 50 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Lively with the bucket.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Teams will make substitutions. The Suns lead by 14. .40 left in the first half. Here's O'Neal. That one's good. Give the assist to Booker. O'Neal's got his second basket. And so it's Dallas with it. Pass to Lively. The kick out to Williams. On the wing, Thompson. For three. And Dallas hits again from deep.
The blend of confidence and skill, beautiful to see. Thompson knew all he needed was the ball in his hands.
To the middle. Here's Dunn. And they recover it. Allen on the wing. No good. Misses at the buzzer. That'll do it for the first half. Suns ahead. They lead by 13. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And so it's Irving who brings up the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. Trailing by 13. Pass to Thompson. And it's off from three-point range. For three, Allen knocks it down from distance. Allen's got 8.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
Now Gafford down low. Here's Davis. Davis going to work in the paint.
He's automatic at the rim with that size and wingspan.
Phoenix leading by 14. And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into this second half. Pass to Allen. Booker off the bounce. Lays it up and banks it in. He's got 12.
Some contact can't derail Booker's drive. He's determined to get his shot off.
Inside. Here's Gafford. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. And it's going to go on Devin Booker.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throw.
2 shots.
He's off on the second. Here's Durant. Allen, left side. Good on the shot. Allen's got 5 points in the quarter.
Durant commands so much attention. Part of the reason why he had a wide-open teammate there.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Mavericks are looking to contend. Coach Jason Kidd said, we're trying to build a championship team, and it's not easy. Dallas has not talked about that for a long time. So to talk about that, it's pretty cool. To be able to build it takes time. We have the personnel. We have the team. Brian, that's confidence.
Yep, and they're in win-now mode, Allie. Thank you. Pass to Gafford. Now Thompson. Now here's Davis. He's covered by O'Neal. And count it. The shot is good, and he'll go to the line.
Anthony Davis, clearly a team-first guy. He's got special talent, but he's not afraid to share the ball either.
And the Mavericks making a change here. He's made 3 of 4 free throw attempts in this game. You know, Clark, 2024 saw Anthony Davis make his return to the All-Star game.
And really, B.A., such a pleasure to see him back on the court, healthy and producing. That's not been an issue. The issue has been him being hurt and not being able to be on the court. But he's a perennial all-star when he's healthy and playing and doing exactly what he's done throughout his career at both ends, be a dominant center.
Mavericks trail by 14. Outside Irving. Here's Marshall. Off the mark there with a 3. And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots.
Here's Durant. He's got 18. And stolen by Irving. It's Exum on the wing. Back to Irving. To the middle. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
And here's Durant to the paint. O'Neal. The layup off target. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Here's Gafford. Ooh, making his presence felt here. He's now 6 for 9 in this game.
Well, he's still battling, doing everything possible to keep them in this game.
And the timeout called by Mike Budenholzer. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Phoenix leading by 10. Now Durant. Outside O'Neal. Launches it. Gafford grabs the miss.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Pass to Lively. Outside, Williams. And here's Lively. Oh, denied by Durant. And there's 1:45 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. To win the cold spell. And the Suns miss again.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Outside, Williams. To the inside. Here's Lively. Over Durant. Lively with the bucket. Lively's got 6.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Well, it starts with defense. They got some stops, scored some buckets after that, and now we've got ourselves a ball game.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
Well, the coaching staff has to love what they're seeing on offense. There's so many assists because how this team is moving the ball.
I don't think you could design a better scorer than Durant. I mean, range from deep, the touch at the rim, excellent handles, 7 feet tall. He does everything you want from your first option.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
Here's Exum. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And he brings this game a little closer using a huge one-hand slam.
That's a great way to get your team back into it.
That might indeed ignite a spark in this team.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Now here's Durant with 4 on the clock. 3-pointer, Beal. And that comes off the assist by Durant. Beal's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Oh, it's good! Are you kidding me?
Oh, my goodness. That's how you beat the clock. Whoa! The heave to beat the buzzer.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Durant with it. Pass to Allen. Outside Durant. The floater. Excellent D there from Davis.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Here's Dinwiddie. To the paint. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Washington. Pass to Davis. And that one's good.
Okay, I'd say any time is a good time to give it to AD, but particularly when you're fighting the shot clock. Let him have it and go to work.
The Suns lead by 9. Outside for Booker. Fires from deep. Ooh, Booker from range. Pure.
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
Durant inside. Easy money for KD inside.
Durant with tremendous touch. He's just a natural scorer.
And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch the message that Jason Kidd was giving to his team. And he was adamant that they need to tighten up their D. That lack of communication at that end has led to breakdowns, wide open shooters, and easy buckets. He sounded pretty frustrated, guys.
And Allie, thanks. Oh, Beal picks his pocket. He shoots. And it's off the back of the rim. No good.
Wide open, and still, surprisingly, he wasn't able to cash in.
Here's Durant. And Davis with the block.
Got to be careful putting up a shot around Anthony Davis.
Back to Booker. Just 5 on the clock. And there it is for him.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. And here's Durant. Shoots from 14. And Kyrie Irving clears the rebound. And Irving has got the ball here for the Mavericks. It's a 16-point game.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision excellent.
Outside Irving. Here's Gafford. O'Neal pulls it in.
Wow, he doesn't miss many of those. He's such a strong finisher and tight.
Durant looking around. And Daniel Gafford picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Now Durant. Pass to Booker. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Durant. And once again, off the mark by Phoenix.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check. Maybe a step out of his range.
Defensive foul.
Not the tallest center in the league. He more than makes up for it with those crazy hops.
The Suns lead by 11. To the middle. Outside Durant. And there's a defensive 3-second call.
At the line for your Suns.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
Number 11. Ball.
Now here's Booker. Shot clock at 6. The Suns need to get off a shot. A strong finish from KD inside.
Yeah, you know, at first glance, you might think Durant has trouble finishing through contact, but think again, folks. I mean, you can't measure desire by body type.
And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. The Suns making a switch here. Mavericks trail by 14. And the shot's good by Irving.
Hey, the skills of Kyrie are obvious, but what isn't so obvious is his underestimated strength.
Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball.
No need to rush that play. That's called giving away a possession.
Pass to Gafford. Back to Irving. Washington with the ball. And here's Thompson. Booker defending. 6 to shoot. Now here's Gafford. Inside. Rejected by Bol.
You've got to be aware of Bobo. He's got a 7'8" wingspan. If you are anywhere near him, back up even more to make sure you can get that shot off.
The Suns lead by 12. Durant with it. Gafford picks him up. Bol up top. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Well, you're scratching your head with how do you defend a guy like Durant. I mean,
Jamaica, Orica best. Hit a lick when cash converters that don't work is chess. I'm doing more and talking less. I love chilling with broke man, book one flight and they're all impressed. I'm in the G63. The car hugged me like a friend through twists and turns. Man, living for dying for. Don't know which one's worse. I'm bags in his and hers. What's hers is hers. What's mine is too. Heard that girl was a. It can't be true if she dated you. AP baby blue, papers pink. I probably hate me too. You ever spent 6 figures and stared at Baylor? Look what you made me do. Yeah. Started with a queue, didn't wait in line. Weird, I'm asking my Blasian one. Why you so focused on your Asian side? I know that the Jack boys pray that they get to the clubs and Dave's inside.
Everybody come around with the rhythm, it's a sound. Everybody get down when we give it to you. Everybody come around with the rhythm, it's a sound. Everybody get down when we give it to you.
We'll see the Dallas Mavericks and the Phoenix Suns. I'm Brian Anderson, alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. Allie LaForce is our reporter. So Phoenix will get the first possession. Allen on the wing. Outside Durant. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. When you look at the career of Kevin Durant, he's had an amazing list of teammates, Grant.
Yeah, that's true, B.A. And it started with Westbrook and Harden. Then he had Steph, Clay, and Dre, Kyrie, and then Booker and Beal. That is quite the list.
I don't think you could design a better scorer than Durant. I mean, range from deep, the touch at the rim, excellent handle, 7 feet tall. He does everything you want from your first option.
Now here's Irving. Back to Thompson. Pass to Irving. With the teardrop. Oh, it's blocked by Bull.
Great defense from Bull, using that massive wingspan perfectly right there.
It's Booker on the wing. Here's Bull. The ball's knocked loose. Outside Irving. And here's the fast break. Pass to Bull. Over Edwards. Bull, no good. Thompson outside. To the inside. First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. Now here's Durant. To the middle. Here's Bull. And that comes off the assist by Durant.
Yes, sirree. Feed Bull inside, and he'll reward you.
Here's Irving. And the shot goes.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Durant. Shoots from 14. Can't get it to drop.
You know, at the end of the day, size does matter, especially on the glass.
Irving for 3. The rebound by Allen.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Well, you can rely on Durant to do it all. I mean, he'll produce on his own, but he also works really hard to find his team shots as well.
You know, when you think about how the Mavs play defense, so much depends on how they defend the point of attack. They've got great rim protection and rotations, but if they aren't stopping penetration, it's tough. Now here's Irving. Pass to Davis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will keep it. So it's the Mavericks now. They trail by 3. Now Lively. Bull covering. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
Maverick substitution, number 21.
And in the first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Now Durant. "19-footer." And the rebound goes to Dallas.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, Anthony Davis is letting it fly. He said, the way that teams are playing me, I've been getting back to the mid-range. It's an easier shot instead of fighting the double team, so that's all it is, continuing to trust it and shoot it. Brian, we've seen that jumper be a real weapon for him.
Yeah, that's a good call, Allie. Thanks. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. The Suns lead by 3. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Pass to Bowl. Lets it go from deep. Oh, he missed that one. 1 for 3 in this one so far. Washington with the ball. Picked up by Allen. Here's Gafford. The kick out to Williams. There's the triple. And it's Gafford missing. And so Durant will bring it up for Phoenix. Down low. Here's Bowl. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. He wants to review the game plan. Here's Dinwiddie. 1:41 left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Gafford. Here's Marshall. Outside, Williams. To win the cold spell. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It goes on Kevin Durant. And now we get a little perspective here on how the hustle game has been for Phoenix.
They've really been disruptive on the defensive end, forcing turnovers and turning those turnovers into points at the other end.
That's what he does. Rock solid at the line.
Gafford grabs the miss. Mavericks trail by 3. Solid defense from Bowl.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
Here's Durant. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Allen. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Williams. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Dallas shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And he knocks down the first one.
2 shots.
And Williams drops them both. 44 seconds left in the first. Durant with it. Allen outside. And the rebound goes to Dallas. And stolen by Bowl. Left side Durant. And out of bounds. Dallas will have it.
Maverick substitution. Dante Exum.
And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
They've already committed enough fouls to be in the penalty. Not good. They need to concentrate on playing good defense without fouling.
We've got 13 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Just 3 on the clock. Misses the layup. There's the horn. We've seen some good defense on both sides. The score still close. Phoenix out in front, leading by a point. And back at them. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And for Phoenix, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Simply put, They look totally fearless on the defensive end.
Well, you know, the defense, guys, is just disruptive, active, and energetic, and you can't afford to be loose with the ball against these guys.
O'Neal with it, and Davis picks him up defensively. Blocked! And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. And Dallas making a change here.
Maverick substitution. Number 31, Klay Thompson.
Here's Durant. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. Well, Clark, as we know, player comparison is a popular exercise among fans and analysts alike.
Yeah, I've never really ascribed to that, but in this day and age, I think it's even more unfair to do so because the game has changed tremendously. I mean, three-point attempts and scoring averages are way north, in large part because of the pace of play. So the game has changed, and that means when you're comparing players, it's a little harder to do in a fair manner.
KD out here flexing on people.
Tell you what, that defense was physical, and yet Durant, with great balance and composure, just stayed with it.
Count it.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Here's Durant. Ooh, Durant takes the contact and puts it in.
Durant so good at finishing in tight. Excellent in the paint.
Irving with it. Picked up by Allen. Pass to Christie. Bol grabs the board.
Bad offense against bad defense. The play looked as ugly as you'd imagine.
And Allen gets it to go.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
To the paint. And a slam dunk by Lively.
Size, explosion. He's a dangerous finisher. And we saw it right there.
You know, Clark, watching Kyrie Irving, he still does things you just can't believe.
His ball handling ability is just remarkable, and his finishing ability surpasses his rush hour handling. And that's saying a ton. He can beat anybody off the dribble. He can make tough shots. He really is one of the elite scorers from the guard position in the history of the NBA. I don't think that's an overstatement. From the angles he finishes, the shots he can make, he's as elite as we've had in the league.
Pass to Davis. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Here's Durant. Outside Bol. Up top O'Neal. All alone. Shot clock at 6. Misses off the left iron. Mavericks trail by 6. Inside. Here's Davis. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Davis has gotten his first points in this one.
AD just shoving past the inside contact that time. Powerful move getting it done.
O'Neal misses. And so Thompson will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Oh, Klay takes the contact and finishes.
You know, sometimes you forget about how big Klay is as a guard. I mean, he can take a hit and still finish shots down low.
For 3, O'Neal drills it from deep. O'Neal's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Defensively, gotta close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
And here's Thompson for 3. Oh, and Klay makes that 3 look so easy.
Love the response from Thompson there. You knew it was going to be about payback for him.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, the Suns are going for it. All-star guard Devin Booker said everybody here is on the same page. We're in win-now mode. We want excellence. We know it's not going to be easy, but when you give up that much, we're trying to win this year and years to come. Brian, this front office has been aggressive.
They are all in, Allie. Thank you.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Pass to Marshall. Outside, Williams. Shoots from the baseline. Thompson's shot is off. The Suns leading. Durant with it. Guarded now by Williams. And here's Booker. Back to Bull. Outside for Booker. Outside Durant. Pass to Bull. The baseline J. And it's Bull with the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
Sometimes it's just better to give up the rebound instead of fighting through the guy.
Yeah, I agree. And you've got to have a sense of when you're not going to be able to get to the ball. That just wasn't a smart foul.
And it's the Mavericks with the ball, trailing by 2. And we've got 1:18 left in the first half. It's Washington, high post. The 3, Gafford. Durant pulls it in.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Pass to Booker. Back to Durant. From the stripe. Yes! And it's Booker with the setup. Durant's got 9.
I don't think KD's mid-range game gets enough recognition. I mean, if he has any kind of space, that mid-range shot is like a layup for him.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim.
Well, I tell you what, guys, the young kids like to say, that's doing too much. That falls into that category. That was too much. That is his shot, guys. So you can't just give it to him. You've got to get up on him and get into his airspace there.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Exum. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Durant. And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. We've got 13 seconds left in the second quarter. Pass to Gafford. Exum outside. Shot clock at 3. Again, the miss by Dallas. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. The Suns on top, up 5. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Mavericks trail by 5. Pass to Lively. To the middle. Out of bounds. It'll be Phoenix's ball. Despite entering his 30s, Anthony Davis is not slowing down, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. And last year, AD... put up the best rebounding numbers of his career. And his shooting percentage also very high. And just watching him, Davis is still an all-NBA caliber player, capable of taking over on both ends.
Allen outside. Three-pointer. Beal. Rebound collected by Anthony Davis. Thompson with it. Now guarded by Booker. Davis. And finished off by Davis.
One of the dominant dunkers in the league. Davis can put on the show in there.
Pass to O'Neal. Launches it. It doesn't go for him. Mavericks trail by 3. Here's Edwards. Guarded by Durant. On the wing, Irving. Back to Edwards. For the tie. Irving, no good. And so it's Durant who brings up the ball for the Phoenix Suns. Here's Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Yeah, great awareness there from Booker. A selfless team-first player.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
And Bradley Beal is going to pick up the foul.
First personal foul.
That's his first foul of the game.
Maverick substitution.
90 seconds into the second half now.
Max.
To the inside. Here's Lively. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. It goes on Kevin Durant.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And Lively drops them both. The Suns lead by 3. Here's Durant. 9 points in the game. Pass to Allen. Back to Durant. Now O'Neal. 6 to shoot. Off target with the 3. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Outside Davis. Now here's Thompson. Down low. Fires it. Back to Lively. Shoots over Durant. Again, the miss by Dallas. In transition, here come the Suns. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. That one drops for him. Durant's got 11 points.
Man, it's so impressive the way Durant gets that floater off so fast. I mean, at nearly 7 feet tall with guard-like quickness, that should almost be outlawed.
And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Mavericks trail by 5. Here's Irving. Kevin Durant pulls it in. KD gets a step. And Durant with the big finish.
And, you know, they get it to Durant because they trust him. They've got great confidence in him finishing in the open court.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Now here's Durant. 13 points in the game. To the paint. Here's O'Neal. And out of bounds. Dallas will have it.
Hurts to see that kind of mistake. Coach is going to be on him about that one.
Mavericks trail by 5. Irving looking around. Pass to Lively. And here's Davis. Thompson outside. They get it back. Lively. And good work on the boards as they picked up the second chance points.
Well, you can't give him any room to maneuver on the boards because once he does, he's going to make you pay.
And here's Durant. Pass to Allen. The 3 is up. And the rebound goes to Dallas.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Here's Lively. The rebound by Allen. The Suns lead by 3. Outside Durant. Pass to O'Neal.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Here's Durant. 13 points in the game. Here's O'Neal. The 3 is up. That's good. And so Durant with the assist. O'Neal's got 9 points.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
Here's Gafford. And the dunk by Gafford.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good.
I can't fault the guy for adding a little flavor to things. I'm fine. Even if he'd have missed it, I don't mind taking a chance to spruce it up a little bit.
Down low. They double him with Booker. And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here. Here's Durant, and there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot two. It's on Spencer Dinwiddie.
Well, that's the kind of pressure Durant puts on the defense. I mean, you just can't sit back and let him do what he wants to. Body up on him, even if you may risk a foul.
And Dallas making a change here. And here's Dinwiddie. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. 8-point game. And the shot goes down.
Hey, props to Dinwiddie there. I mean, Spencer, the closer he gets to the rim, the more dangerous he is.
30 seconds left in the third. Here's O'Neal. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Pass to Gafford. Clock at 6. Here's Marshall. Here's Dinwiddie. And the shot no good. A bit short. The third quarter comes to a close. The Suns on top, leading by 8. And right after this, we'll... With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. And the timeout called by Mike Budenholzer, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Over that last break, guys, I got a chance to hear what Mike Budenholzer said to the team. He implored his team to use the clock. He said the clock is our friend. No need to rush things unless they give us a free one. Let's squeeze them out of this game. Back to you, Brian.
And Allie, thank you for that. Mavericks trail by 8. Allen brings a double team and wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Davis with it, picked up by Allen. And stolen by Durant. Here's Booker. In deep. Booker gets it to go. And a breakdown here, guys, of the hustle stats for Phoenix.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
Working it to the open teammate that time. Excellent awareness from Davis.
Phoenix leading by 8. About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. Oh, Durant playing big in the paint.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
To the inside. Stolen by Davis. And there's the foul. It'll go on Grayson Allen. That's his first foul. The Mavericks making a switch here.
Maverick substitution. Number 31, Klay Thompson.
About a minute and a half into the fourth now. Outside Davis. Pass to Washington. Here's Gafford. And the dunk by Gafford.
Boy, an excellent passer for a big man. P.J. Washington's floor awareness, impressive.
The Suns leading. Now Durant. Booker with it. Look at Booker elevate.
What a finish. Love to see that kind of explosiveness from Booker.
Washington outside. And stolen by Booker. Durant with it. Drives to the hoop. It falls again. He's now 8 for 12 from the floor.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the...
Hey, some razzle-dazzle from Davis.
Using that length, Davis turning a miss into a make. Bonus points for his team.
If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Three-pointer, O'Neal. Durant, no good. Mavericks trail by 10. Outside Irving. Davis. And good. Coming on the assist by Irving.
When he's at his best, Davis is in attack mode, getting to that rim and playing with power down low.
Here's Durant. Pass to O'Neal. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Durant. Nice D from Gafford.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing him get bottled up like that. Wow.
AD doing what he does.
Wow, Davis on fire right now. Doing just about anything he wants on offense.
Up top, Durant. Outside, O'Neal. Back to Durant. Pass to O'Neal. To the middle. Out to Beal. For 3. And the three-pointer goes. Beal's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. Both teams will make substitutions. And Irving has got the ball here for the Mavericks. They trail by 9. Pass to Washington. And here's Lively. And Bull over to help. Lively with the bucket.
That's a nice play there. Not going to miss many from there.
P.J. Washington.
We've got 1:48 left in the fourth. Durant looking around. Inside. Here's Bull. And finished off by Bull.
It's really easy for Bol to throw it down. Man, I'm a little jealous, especially with these creaky knees that I've got. I don't even think I could dunk in my dreams.
Second team.
1:31 left to play in the fourth. To the middle. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
That's a costly error. Now let's see how they bounce back.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
To the inside. And Davis with the block.
His great length really helps AD defensively.
Thompson outside. Davis down low. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
Both free throws good from Davis.
And, you know, for a big man, Anthony Davis has always been above average at the free throw line.
Pass to Bull. Outside Booker. Tipped. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Down low. Here's Bull. And finished off by Bull.
He's been playing great, unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
Bradley Beal. Third personal foul. Fourth team foul.
He gets the first, and that brings him with an 8.
Anthony Davis at the line for 2.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Second personal foul. Fifth team foul.
First free throw is good, and that brings him within single digits.
Kyrie Irving, special. I mean, as skilled a player as you'll ever see when it comes to handling the ball and scoring in close.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside Durant. Pass to Booker. The kick to Durant. Shoots over Davis. Off to left rim and out. And that one's good. Thompson. Here's Booker. So it's Phoenix picking up the win. This one was in the balance right until the final seconds.
NBA, they showed their character when it mattered most, sending those fans home happy.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Grant Hill, Allie LeBron.
Good every foreign I'm in, end up with the that I started with. I must been when I recorded this. Had in my hand while I was typing it. I know I'm arrogant, but don't be trifling. I iced at you once and you got iced again. These guitars sound like Parliament. I just blow the chick, baby, pardon me. All black trim, dark burgundy. Keep it real with me, no perjury. Put them bags on her arm like waysand. Sex Fifth Avenue, she ran through 80 bands. Got your passport ready with some aliens. Got my transport up, I'm on radiance. Got my transport up with Mercedes-Benz. I can't never give up on what we had. Abracadabra made my side better. I'ma stay down with you, but don't give me a headache. Lifestyle's radical, please excuse me. California housing, getting better with my visions. Audemars, Richard Mille came in the FedEx. Like a grudge that I ain't never again. While I'm looking at my present, presidential chance in the back, I done made it. You better stay on your getting graded. Take you to a spot and same bars as you ready. With the double law, with the stars in the hearings. Caught up with the baby, did I change the address? Times got hard and I lashes, everything real. I got my golden ears added, but I will rock a Patek if you love us. Maybe it'll be. I know I lost your trust, but I made you. I got to tell you how I'm feeling. I tiptoe, now I dance with the devil. I take the boy out to Bahamas. Shout it right for a real one, like a. I done turned a dancer to a trophy. I done bought rings like Kobe. Never sent a tweet with emotions, She heard she got emotion,
We'll see. The Dallas Mavericks and the Phoenix Suns. Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. Dallas moving the ball around. Pass to Lively. Misses in close.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
Yeah, they never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
They get the rebound. Lively. And Ball sends it back.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Now here's Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
Dallas, no good that time either.
The defense there got away with a major collapse.
And then Durant with the jam.
Boy, Kevin Durant, an absolute nightmare in transition. Combined size, speed, great scoring ability. Look out.
And Ball sends it back. KD with it. Guarded now by Irving. And good that time. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Suns.
Their defense has been so aggressive right out of the gate, wasting no time shutting shooters down here with authority.
Now here's Irving. 6 to shoot. Right side Davis. To the middle. Here's Lively. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Pass to Bol. And the dunk by Bol.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
Not a fast start for the Mavericks. Looking for the first basket of the game. Here's Lively. And finished off by Lively.
First make of the day should finally give them a little confidence.
It's usually interesting. After a bit of a struggle, does the first bucket get you into a little rhythm now?
to the paint. Out of bounds, Phoenix will take possession. And when you look at P.J. Washington, his value, DB, lies in his defensive versatility.
Well, he's cross-positional. You can switch virtually every position with him on the defensive end. There's a strong physical presence, but maybe my favorite attribute is he's fearless. There's a toughness and an edge, and boy, you give him a big shot to take, he's not going to hesitate.
Now here is Davis. Devin Booker missing his last shot. Count the basket.
Yeah, the added muscle Davis has put on, helping him on these tough finishes, flexing on him there.
Now let's send it over to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with Mike Budenholzer.
Now, when asked about the game plan on Anthony Davis, Coach said, we have to do our best to keep him out of the paint. Now, that's where he's most effective. If he beats us with his jump shot, well, we can live with that. Interior defense will be put to the test. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks.
One of the best things about Kevin Durant is he simply locks in on exactly what's in front of him at the moment. If that means working at practice, that's what he does. If that's competing at a high level in the game, that's what he does.
And the technical free throw is good. And with this score of the Suns, you know, Greg, you never know who is going to initiate the offense for them.
And that can cause problems at times, Kevin. Can run you into issues keeping the ball moving. Turnovers can be their Achilles heel as well.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Durant with it. Picked up by Thompson. Booker outside. Off to KD. And KD throws it down.
Yeah, Kevin Durant making you pay on the interior. Look out around the rim.
Over to the left wing. Dallas moving the ball around. And Gafford throws it down.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Shots good by Booker. Booker's got his second bucket.
I love that Devin Booker isn't afraid to mix things up on the offensive end, trying to score inside, and does just that.
Now, here is Irving. In the corner, it's Gafford. Pass to Washington. 3 on the clock. Here's Thompson. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Substitution on the court.
And so it's KD with it. He brings up the ball for Phoenix. They're leading by 8. Booker with no one around. It's good from long range. Booker's got 7 points in the game.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Now here's Durant. 9 points in the game so far. Another 3 for Phoenix.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Here's Williams to the inside. They need this. Gafford misses. Suns lead by 14. Pass to Booker. And he drives in. And the shot goes down. 12 points for Devin Booker.
Devin Booker sees a window of opportunity to get to the dribble drive game and takes advantage.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Durant down low. And it's good. 2 points. 11 points in the game.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, the Suns enjoying a nice lead here.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Man, why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
Phoenix leading by 16. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks very much, Kevin. And another Kevin, Kevin Durant, is the most decorated member of the Suns star trio. AD says, I believe in this team and we believe in one another. I like our chemistry. Not just the three of us, but our whole team. Our coaching staff is doing a great job. I'm not promising anything, but I like our chances against anybody. Kevin, they certainly have the talent.
David, indeed they do. And Davis wide open. He shoots. No good from outside. Booker in the corner. For three. Connects from three-point range. Booker's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Instinct, skill, the ability to be rise and fire ready. Devin Booker, yes, sir.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over.
P.J. Washington, Klay Thompson, Kyrie Irving.
This Mavericks squad struggling. So, Doris, when you look at the whole package, is Durant a one-of-a-kind player in your opinion?
Well, we certainly have guys with that size, but this is a player who can literally play every single position on the floor. The size, 7 foot. The ball skills, the shooting, the playmaking, the decision-making. I am not sure we will ever see another Durantula, the great one, Kevin Durant.
Here's Booker. Mavericks with the rebound. Down low. Some nice passing here by Dallas. The kick out to Irving. 5 to shoot. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, great effort on the boards. AD playing hard.
Suns lead by 19. Booker outside. Inside. Here's KD. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in.
Well, capitalizing on the interior, Kevin Durant is a handful if he's got position.
Here's the Suns with the ball. And then Durant with the dunk.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Down low. Here's Washington. And it's Durant with the rebound.
Boy, that's the kind of look this offense is designed to create. That's just a tough miss.
Stolen by Washington. Thompson outside. Pass to Washington. And here's Davis for three. And Devin Booker pulls it down. Suns lead by 23. To the paint. Bull, that's good. Bull's got his second basket.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Craig in the process to bring in all their stars. The Suns don't have a lot of ways to add players in the near future.
And they don't control their draft picks for the next few years. That was part of the price for Beal and Durant. They'll have to be very shrewd to add rotation pieces to help them win.
A rebound by Washington.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right. He stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
And it's Davis missing. KD, that's for two. Here's Bull. He can't hit that time. Great D that time from Davis. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And that one's good, Irving.
Gets in the paint and drains it. Kyrie Irving, show off that touch.
.104 left to play here in the half. Outside, Beal. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Beal's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Outside, Davis. That's in for his fifth field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
And Davis shoots a high percentage because he's so adept at playing to his strengths.
Pass to KD. Bull up top. For three, Booker. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Guys, nothing has really come easy for him today.
Yeah, definitely not their best basketball.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And Bull pulls it down. It's Durant with the drive. And then Durant with the jam.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed.
Oh, that's unbelievable. How about the big guy attacking the rim? The throwdowns are loud and emphatic.
And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. And so it's the Phoenix Suns holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we'll be back with you shortly.
21.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead.
At this point, finding blocks comes naturally for AD. He just anticipates and attacks the basketball.
And it's the Suns with the ball. And here is Durant. Field goal number 9. He's 9 of 12 with that basket.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
The Mavericks have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
Thompson outside. Pass to Davis. Thompson left side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it go from deep. Here's Lively. And finished off by Lively.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the boards.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
Oh, and it's sent back by Washington. To the middle. Here's Irving. Nice touch on the bank shot. Irving's got 6.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Greg, you love this topic more than anyone. When you think about the best ball handlers of all time, where does Kyrie Irving rank on your list?
Well, you know, I think, Kevin, he's at the very top. I've never seen anyone else pull off some of the things he does. Certainly makes a strong case for the best ever.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. Anthony Davis broke his defense down for me. He said, I can block shots, switch on to anybody, guard the pick and roll, I can guard the post, I can guard the pin down. So that's my ability. My ability defensively is to do everything. Kevin?
And he does everything. David, thank you so much. Suns lead by 23. Over in the corner, Allen. No good with the triple. Here's the break. Here's Thompson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Kevin Durant.
Well, gets his man in the air with the pump fake, and Clay gets himself to the free throw line. So quick on that release.
And so Thompson nails both of them. Greg, as you were saying, beyond the blocks, what makes Anthony Davis special on defense is the way he navigates the floor.
Kevin, most bigs can get picked on in pick-and-roll action. Davis, though, too quick and smart to take advantage of. He can slip screens, hedge, switch, and recover like he's a 3-and-D wing.
Here's KD. Nobody near Allen. Buries the long-range jumper.
Timeout.
Allen's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Here's Dallas. And it's Royce O'Neal with the foul.
Royce O'Neal.
That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here.
I love the energy of Kevin Durant on the defensive end. Long and tall, and does a great job contesting without fouling.
His three-pointers off the mark. Pass break, Dallas. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Clearly a foul.
However you feel about Kyrie Irving, you cannot deny, Doris, he is an elite player still.
Kevin, there are many who consider Kyrie Irving to be the greatest finishing guard in the history of the game. I mean, left hand, right hand, a little bit of English and polish, big shot maker. And what I love for Kyrie Irving right now is he seems content and happy.
Durant, wide open, he fires. A three-pointer, no good.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Pass to Gafford. Dallas moving it around. Now Lively. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. For Dallas, they have been perfect so far from the free throw line. 6 for 6. So we can't get either to fall. And so it's Durant with it. They'll bring it up for the Suns. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Sweet little floater. Durant's got 23.
Well, you get a sense of how locked in Kevin Durant is. The defense not going to alter his approach.
Pass to Johnson. Wants to get it to Lively and does. The kick out to Irving. Back to Lively. It's stolen by Allen. KD with it. He's got 23. Allen outside. And it's Klay Thompson with the rebound.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Here's Gafford. Some solid defense there from KD. It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball.
Good on the bucket. O'Neal's got his first points of the game.
Now, that's a bad shot until it goes through the net.
To the inside. Pass to Dinwiddie. In the corner, Irving with it. Inside. Lively, that's good. Lively's got 6.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there. Dead on target.
.30 seconds left to play here in the third. Durant can't hit from the elbow. Gafford inside.
And just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound and doesn't take any chances there with the putback.
PGA strong work all around. And the rebound and the stuff both. Wow. 18 feet out. And that one's good. Durant. KD's got 8 here in the quarter.
And nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Well, simply stated, simply not enough effort, not enough attention to detail. They've gotten run over this evening.
And so... And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And so it's Dallas with it. Outside Williams to the paint. The shot's good from Gafford.
Well, so great when your offense produces a shot that close to the rim. The rest of the work becomes easier.
KD looking around. Shoots over Gafford. Misses off the right iron.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
To the middle. And Gafford throws it down.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. Outside Durant. The 19-foot shot. Mavericks with the rebound. Williams with the ball. He's picked up by O'Neal. To the wing on the left. A shot by Washington, and he's wide open. And a miss there on the triple. Suns lead by 20. High post, KD. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
Timeout.
KD's got 10 points here in the second half.
With KD's length and size, there aren't many defenders he simply can't shoot over.
Number 3, Anthony Davis.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Pass to Exum. Stolen by Allen. And here's the fast break. Durant leading the way. Screen by O'Neal. High post shot. Rebounded by Gafford. Some nice passing here by Dallas. It's Washington high post. Here's Davis. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And one of the best big men in the game, Davis, continuing to prove how dominant he is.
Anthony Davis, 2 shots.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. Suns lead by 21. And here's KD for 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Bradley Beal picks one up.
There's a fluid power and athleticism that he possesses. Nearly impossible to contain Davis inside.
So it's Phoenix now. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's Durant. Rebounded by Gafford. Mavericks trailed by 20. That's tipped. And here we go. Booker heading to the hoop. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Here is Durant. From past the arc. Phoenix no good that time either. Pass to Washington. Now Gafford, guarded by KD. KD comes with the double team. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Beal with the steal. Outside Durant. Shoots over Exum. Phoenix no good that time either. Mavericks trailed by 20. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Well, you have to admire the passion Dante Dixon plays with. This guy will take a hit and keep shooting.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
Now Kevin Durant. Phoenix no good that time either.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Down low. O'Neal with the steal. .153 left here in the fourth quarter. Durant for 3. Drills the three-pointer. KD's got 5 points in the quarter.
It's not just that Kevin Durant scores it. It is the efficiency with which he does it. This guy, you can lean into him on the offensive end.
1:44 left in the fourth. And finished off by Lively.
The assist.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Now here's Durant. Takes a shot at the elbow. No good on the shot. Mavericks trailed by 19.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Suns.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Kevin Durant.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy. In attack mode all evening.
And so Marshall will bring it up for Dallas. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Here's KD. And he banks in the layup. Durant's got 32 points in the game.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
KD comes with the double team. Lively's shot is off. KD with it. Williams picks him up. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. And here is Durant. 6 on the shot clock. Count that one.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
So Mike Budenholzer decides to take a timeout here. Guys, what do you think?
And they've got this one just about wrapped up.
It's not completely over, and they know that. But if they carry out their game plan, they should be golden.
And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly. And together just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go. And once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Dorisburg.
You'll be up 4. You'll be up 4.